Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Monaco. Formula 2 has been welcomed back to this most famous of race locations, and the excitement in the air is building as we count down to the start of today's race. The Circuit de Monaco is, for all practical purposes, pretty much unchanged since its 1929 introduction. It's strange to consider, but this 2.1-mile lap will take the drivers here around almost an entire country. 19 corners, but not that many opportunities for overtaking. Instead, this is a track that rewards technical skill. We are nearly ready for the start of today's race, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the grid. Mayhem lines up on pole position, with Franco Colapinto alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Pepe Marti, Antonelli, Juan Manuel Correa, Crawford, Cordial, Verschoor, Aaron, Roman Stanek, Hajar, Villa Gomez, Joshua Dirksen, Kushmaini, Behrman, Miata, Bortoletto, Dennis Hauger, Maloney, Martins, Fittipaldi, and Taylor Barnard completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is time to introduce you to Alex Brundle. I'm Alex Jakes, and we've got changeable weather out there today. That's making for some nervous team personnel down in the paddock, down in the pit lane.
Well, uncertainty is what strategy's all about, but it absolves the teams from the responsibility of running both compounds of tyre. They might have to use that wet tyre, of course, and then the question is, where do those crossovers lie between the wet and dry conditions?
Okay, you know this, but this track needs a lot of downforce, and as such, we're not going to have quite the same top speed as other circuits. The good news, though, is that it's going to make our DRS even more powerful. So try to make the most of it in the race and quali if you can. that was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up, well done. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 18.0 seconds. Okay mate, we've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go. Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though. think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
I'm so proud of you all.
So another fantastic victory for ART today.
Is that definitely a Formula 2 car they're driving, or is it something else? 5 wins in a row, and they're smashing the competition.
An amazing race today, and the team, they worked so hard all weekend to get the exact right setup out of the car. The results speak for themselves. ART Grand Prix, your winners today. It was great having you with us for the weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We will see you when Formula 2 returns.